a good word, y'all. DKB here. So we have a free agent target that needs to be fed consistently, and it's somebody I would be excited to see actually end up on this roster. Former Cowboys running back Ezekiel Elliott, and this isn't too dissimilar, matter of fact, from the free agent interest that we had in Jamal Williams. Now, obviously, the connective tissue there was the fact that he's previously played with Aaron Rodgers. And most of the people that were on the wish list happened to have been in Green Bay with him before, excluding guys like Odell Beckham Jr. But still, I mean, we're talking about, uber elite productive running back here that's now getting into that post-prime portion of his career where you really start, finding one role and just excelling in it. And Ezekiel Elliott can do that to a T. I mean, we're talking a former, two-time rushing leader, multiple 1,000-yard, rusher. He's able to contribute in the receiving game as well. But the bread and butter that a lot of people have settled on now is that he's going to be relied on as a short yardage goal line back. And I think this is a lot of the features that was missing in New York's offense. Now, whether that's going out and getting a red zone threat as a wide receiver or being able to go out there and get somebody that we know can convert within the 10, I think it's all going to be a pivotal importance, right? And we've satisfied potentially one of those criterias with a guy like Allen Lazard. We could satisfy the other one in the running back room with a guy like Ezekiel Elliott. So currently, we're projected to have the sixth best odds to sign him. Not too bad. I think all of this, of course, will come down to contract value. We know he got cut for, I want to say he was due somewhere between 10 and 12 million, which is obviously quite a bit for a guy that's not going to be able to go out there and put up elite numbers. But we're not talking about a slouch. 800 plus yard guy, able to contribute maybe 200 to 300 receiving yards on average, I would say. But there was the seasons of first for Ezekiel Elliott. The first time he hasn't reached 1,000 scrimmage yards in his career. First time he's had less than 250 touches. With a lot of the situations, he would usually be fed the ball in going to Tony Pollard, who was able to ball out and stay on the team. So keep in mind, again, we're still talking about a guy that scored 22 touchdowns over the course of the last two seasons. And there was actually even a beat reporter or an insider, at least that's involved with the Cowboys, that painted the picture that he's done all of this while dealing with some pretty significant things. He played through a partially torn posterior cruciate ligament in 2021, didn't miss a game. He only missed 2 games in 2022, and he played on a hyperextended right knee where he was able to wear a brace and kind of mitigate a lot of those concerns. But I think he would be a strong fit in this offense. Breece Hall's the do-it-all, undisputed number one running back on the roster. If he can come back healthy and back in the same kind of shape and performance that we've seen from last season when he was able to get the ball rolling. But for comparison's sake, Ezekiel Elliott in this 2022 season with 2 missed games, with ceding snaps to Tony Pollard, he still scored 12 touchdowns. All of our running backs by themselves scored 9 touchdowns. I think those numbers speak for itself. And actually, the team itself only scored 13, but that's excluding 2 by Braxton Berrios and 1 apiece by Mike White and Zach Wilson. So I would sign up for this every day of the season, basically. But for contract value's sake, I don't know what his numbers would be. They couldn't. The Cowboys and the Elliott couldn't come to an agreement on taking a pay cut. But we have seen a guy that has been uber productive as well in getting the ball into the end zone that maybe we could base this off of. And it was the guy that we lost, Jamal Williams, to the Saints for $12 million on a three-year deal. $4 million might be a little bit cheap, but I would imagine maybe something like 5 to 5.5 may be the cap. So maybe we don't have to kill ourselves. Maybe it's something similar to kind of like a Braxton Berrios contract. 2 years, let's say something like 10.25 million. And we go out there and secure us a guy that's going to more likely than not punch his way into the end zone. And one of the things that I do love is the fact that he's going to bring a different element of being able to attack defenses from within the middle. And again, with Aaron Rodgers coming and us expecting lighter boxes, that's going to be necessary. Again, for reference sake, over his last 3 years, 68% of his rushing attempts have been within the tackles. So it is going to create a little bit of predictability to a certain extent. He has the ability to go out there and attack outside of the tackles, but the speed is decreasing. Again, things like some of the knee injuries and stuff he's been dealing with will contribute to that. But it's nothing, that's just football at its finest. Back to the Sean Green days. It's coming. We're still going to punch you in the mouth, punch it into the end zone. So let me know what your guys' thoughts are. Ezekiel Elliott in green and white. I'm for it. But I appreciate you guys. I'll catch you again. Peace.